Hi guys, I recently came to the conclusion that I wanted to buy some Bluetooth headphones, and I came across these on Amazon. I found them for £15 on the UK store. So I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So what I'm going to do today is give you a quick unboxing and tell you my thoughts so far. So the box itself, pretty plain, a bit of information on the back, and that's about it. Top, bottom, just a label, the general stuff. On the back it tells you frequency range 30 to 18,000 Hertz. Headphone drive units are 30mm dynamic. It comes with a micro USB to USB, A2DP, NFC technology, HD, which I think is for the calls, up to 13 hours battery life. There's a QR code on the back for you to learn more, and it just tells you included is the headphones, the 3.5mm headphone jack, and USB to micro USB. So you can see that there. So that's the box. I've already cut it all open, so you can see exactly what happens. So the unit themselves, I'll come back to those. Inside the rest of the box, like that. Then you have important information, support, warranty thing. You also get the 3.5mm headphone jack. That's good size if you want to be plugged in. Also comes with a very small micro USB to USB cable. I suspect that any micro USB to USB cable will work. So you probably already have an army of these in the house. So I will not be using that one. Okay, back to the unit itself. Oops. It's a good size, it's a nice weight. I think it's 125 grams. The two earbuds connected. Nice headband. It's got some spring in it. It's a nice design. It's nice, sleek. The earbuds slide up and down. The headband itself, and they're on enough that they won't slip, but it's not too tight, which is quite nice. I don't know if you can see that, but there's an element of play in the bud itself, which is always good. Just to allow it to be comfortable on your ears. There's a nice extra bit of cable, so that it allows you to sit perfectly without putting too much tension in the cables. On the right hand headphone, there's not really anything on it. On the left, there is everything. So I guess going from left to right, if you can see that, I think that's probably the microphone port. Probably a microphone for the calls. Wait. Come on. It's thinking about it. There we go. So, microphone, then you have power, then you have LED, then you have micro USB, then you have 3.5mm headphone jack, then you have the volume rocker, and up is got a knob on it so you can tell which one's which. And then finally you have play, pause, answer, end calls. It's all there. This device does have NFC, but I don't really understand why. You can just see the logo there when it wants to focus, which it's not going to. There you go, that's NFC. So if you want to scan it with your phone, it should automatically connect, I think, although I'm not really sure. When I first turned on this device, it went straight into pairing mode and I connected straight away. And the device comes up as a set of headphones, and I can probably show you. And it was just generally an absolute doddle to connect. So amongst the many other things connected on my device, you can see there SBH60, and that was it. So far, turn them on, I've played with them, I listened to a bit of music. I For 15 quid, there are some complaints on the Amazon site that actually there's no forward and backwards, but actually if you press and hold volume up, it skips forward, press and hold volume down, it skips backward. The buds themselves are actually they do feel like quite a premium quality, and rather than having large perforated holes, it's actually got lots and lots of little ones, which you can just about see, maybe. This camera just does not like to focus. I'm actually really impressed. A lot of the reviews say they wouldn't want it as their primary listening device. But do you know what? For the ease of fitting them on, listening to music, and not actually having to worry about cables, they're a lot better than I was expecting for 15 quid. Obviously, these originally were brought out in I think October 2014. So yes, they are, or they will be 2 years old this year. So they're not new tech, but obviously good tech a couple of years ago is actually still good tech now. It's just cheap, which means it's cheap and cheerful. If you were in the market for some Bluetooth headphones and you didn't want to pay through the roof, I think you can still buy them on Amazon now for 20 quid. And yeah, well worth a shot for the money. I don't think you'll be disappointed. The quality isn't amazing. I have some Marshall headphones and some AKGs, and there's definitely a difference, but does it make the AKGs worth the 50 quid I paid for them? Probably not. I think the way to look at audio tech is if you spend 10, 20 quid, you sometimes get a gem, sometimes you don't, but the more you spend, the less the difference between the products. Now, a lot of people may disagree with me, but I think it's not as noticeable the more money you spend, unless, you've got to think the generation of musicians that we are now, we've spent a lot of years listening to loud music, and therefore my hearing isn't quite as good as it used to be. So if you were looking for some cheap budget Bluetooth headphones based on my quick evening's use, I would not recommend more so than the Sony SBH60s. If you have any questions or want anything answered, just ask me in the comments. And yeah, subscribe. Thank you.